Hello everyone, welcome back to Tartan Samurai Gaming. And today we are playing Streets of Rage 2 once again. And we still have two characters we haven't played through yet on the channel. So we've already done Blaze and Max, my strongest and weakest characters respectively. So today I think we are going to do Axel. He's a pretty middle of the road character. Much like in the first game, his jump still isn't great, but it has been improved. And he's got slightly more variation to his attack set as well, so yeah. Anyway, here's the story. Mr. X, the guy we took out at the end of the first game, is back leading the syndicate again, and he's out to take over the city. He's kidnapped Adam, the hero of the first game. And so the other two heroes in the first game, Axel and Blaze, have enlisted Max and Skate, who is Adam's younger brother, to go after Mr. X and put him out of action for good. So let's get into it. So first of all, I'm just going to check my options. Normal difficulty is fine, but I want 5 lives just in case. Okay. Axel, so you can see. Power is average, his technique is much better. Speed is okay, jump not great, stamina is okay too. So yeah, he's pretty middle of the road character. Remember, first things first, extra life behind the bin. Okay. Now I'm going to set myself a little mini challenge here. I want to see if I can get this game done in under an hour. Usually the last couple of times I've played through I've been about an hour and 3, hour and 4, hour and 5 minutes, something like that. So I want to see if I can get it done in under 1 hour. So that's the challenge for today. Can we beat Streets of Rage 2 in under an hour? I think it's definitely doable. Oh, there's an extra life. Knife guys can be a real pain. It is nice though when he stops to give you the finger and then you just rattle him with a combo as a thank you. Like so. And he's down. Move on. such a relaxing game to play. You know, it sounds silly saying that, you know, a game where you're running around beating people up is relaxing, but it is. You know, back in 2020, when, for reasons I won't go into, a lot of us were spending far much more time at home than we wanted to. I read an article that said a lot of people went back and rewatching old TV shows and old movies that they were familiar with because the familiarity gave them a kind of peace of mind in an uncertain time. And you know, I can get that. I was the same. I rewatched old episodes of Star Trek Next Generation, Frasier. I rewatched the James Bond movies. You know, and I think that video games have a similar kind of vibe to them. You know, things like Streets of Rage 2. This is a game that I know inside and out, at the back of my hand. I must have played through it over 100 times down the years. And there is just something reassuring and familiar about it. It's like checking in with old friends when you go back and revisit it. So I can totally get that psychology that this article talked about, but I think it definitely applies to video games as well. Absolutely. So, enough philosophy, let's get back to street fighting. Chicken. Oh, you want to play it like that, do you, son? Okay. There we go. And that'll take us up to 8 lives as well, because we'll go over 50,000. Lovely. Okay, stage 2, the bridge. Knife is the least practical weapon in the game, in my opinion, but it's alright for these kind of enemies. What I really want to do is throw it at a biker. Just trying to hit him in mid-air as he's running at me. Ah. Not quite, we'll just hit him with a lead pipe instead. There is something as well that's innately satisfying about hitting multiple enemies with the same weapon swipe. There we go. Coming towards the end of this area now, hence the increase in biker intensity. Biker density, I should say. Here we go. take out the one with the weapon first, and then use that weapon. And on we go. Now don't forget the extra life on the next screen here. So go behind the truck and up to the top just so you can see Axel's head and shoulders, and then press. You know, each of the levels of this game really is kind of perfectly balanced. None of them outstay their welcome, and they're all varied enough to keep it interesting, because in a game like this where you do fight the same enemies dozens of times over, it could get very monotonous very quickly, but Streets of Rage 2 never does. There's just something about the way it's balanced. Each level kind of brings something a little bit different to the table, and it's not just the look, it's the way it plays out as well. So with this guy, basically just bait him into charging at you and then kick him. Like so. Ah, I mistimed that there. And he's down. We got maximum health as well. So that should give it a nice hefty bonus. Up to 136,000. Not bad. This is probably my favourite level, I think. Like the music, like the colour, love the setting, the idea of being at a fairground. Yeah. Nice and simple start. So of course I don't need to tell you that the arcade machines there that say Bare Knuckle, that is a reference to the Japanese name of this game, which was Bare Knuckle 2. Oh, another extra life. Little technique I used there, you just ease off on your combo and you can just basically just keep the enemy continuously stun locked. And we move on. Okay, that'll do. On to the pirate boat now. And there's another extra life here waiting for us as well. Now, a lot of people say that Streets of Rage 2 is much easier than Streets of Rage 1, and I think it is, but one of the major issues is the health power-ups. I think the placing of the health power-ups is much better balanced in this game. So often in Streets of Rage 1, you would lose a life, and then like on the next screen there would be a health pickup. Whereas here, it just kind of feels like you get health pickups just when you need them. So it's kind of slightly better balanced that way, I think. Which is something that just comes with experience, you know. Once the developers have made one game, they can obviously iterate on it for the next game, so it's always going to be a bit better. Right, back to the main theme park now, and then into the alien experience. That's gonna hurt. Yeah, these girls with the whips, they're not that difficult on their own, but when they're paired with another powerful enemy, they can be really annoying because they love to just sneak up on you and do the electro whip while you're busy taking care of the other enemy. Really, you want to prioritise the girls with the electro whips before you go after anybody else. And he's down, and we move into the alien tunnel. I love how in this area even the power-up crates are basically like alien eggs. It's nice and creepy. It's obviously reminiscent of the alien ship from the first Alien movie, 1979. Good atmospheric music this level as well. Okay, mini boss here. And he's down. Oh dear. Oh no, that's not good. He's brought the boss on screen before. He should have. having to fight boss and ninja at the same time, but we've dealt with it. This is definitely a boss that favours faster characters, so Axel struggles a little bit here. One more hit will do it though. Yes! Always satisfying when you can take a boss out without dropping a life. We are now on the verge, you know, we're only 24,000 away from another extra life. So. Nice little animation touch, having the bad guys sleeping on the benches and then you come in and wake them up. Yeah, whenever a powerful enemy comes on screen, like something above the regular fodder, always try and focus on them first, because they have, as I said with the electric whip girls earlier, they have a really annoying habit of just sniping you while you're trying to deal with the other enemies. Another extra life there. So again, prioritize these two. Try and keep them in the center of the screen as much as you can as well. Oh, enter Big Ben. Returning boss from the first game, but he's a lot easier to deal with this time because you can actually throw him. So he does have a few extra attacks besides just his fireball now. He can do that kind of backhanded slap, and he's got a belly flop move as well that you got to watch out for. And he's down. On we go. We are headed down towards the underground arena now for a cage fight. And he's down. I think this is the last of them, and then we can go into the fight, the underground fight. Yep. So on to the boss. So what you want to do with this guy is basically get him to do that kind of flying dive attack. You can bait him into that. Ah, watch out for that, because that is unavoidable basically. Oops. Yeah, if you manage to grab him, but throw him immediately before he has a chance to counter. Oh, we got him! Excellent. Excellent. Stage 5. Not a difficult level, but it does have quite a difficult boss at the end of it. He said as he just walked straight into an attack from the first enemy. Oh dear. So in a moment, once we get through this lot, we'll have to deal with our first encounter with the tie boxes, who are a recurring enemy in the later levels and are a bit difficult to deal with, but just, as long as you're careful, you should be okay. So these are the tie boxes, so what you want to do is just get ripped into them as soon as they pop up on screen. And watch out for their flying knee attacks. Also, they like to block, so be aware of that. Yeah, that's the flying knee. And then they can grab you for a follow-up as well if you're not careful. And this is Wayne, who is a reskin of the level 1 boss. But he's a little bit faster. A bit more aggressive with his throws as well. Keep taking the throws. There we go. Now we're on to the top of the deck. Almost time for another extra life. Ah, you got me there. Ah, nice. Mini boss dealt with and an extra life, all in one go. And some extra health. Goes back to what I said earlier about the timing of health pickups in this game being really well balanced. Watch out for these grenades. Okay, he's down onto the boss. Now we want to take these guys out before we actually go into the boss proper. And he's down. And I'm just going to grab the extra health here before I get smashed by the boss. Yeah. that's alright. I expect to drop a life or two to this guy because it is one of the harder bosses, but we're doing okay so far. If we could take him on this life, that would be ideal. Ah, not quite. It's okay though. He's down. Okay, down. Yeah, so you notice how I'm doubling up on enemies whenever I can here. Always nice if you can hit more than one enemy with a single attack. Especially in these later levels. Now this is where things are a bit tricky because these guys love to just pile in on you like that. The Dragon Punch is great for crowd control. Ah, that's unfortunate. There we go. One of the few times that the health power-ups appeared just after I needed it. Look, it's my own fault, though I had plenty of health when I went into the fight with those kickboxers. I just let them get the better of me. Oh, come on now. Unfair. Okay, we're going to get some bikers here in a minute. Clear Mad Max inspiration in their design, I think. And he's done. like I say, focus on taking out the two women because they are the troublemakers in this area. Okay, sorted. On we go. So this boss is the level 2 and level 3 bosses doing a team up. So take care of Stealth first because his energy bar is low and he's, you know, pretty simple pattern to defeat. And you might land a few hits on the other guy in the meantime as well if you're lucky. Oh dear. That should do him. There we go. And we get the extra life back. On to 500,000. Stage 7, the munitions factory. And there's another extra life within this level as well. And he's down. Nice little stun locking there. Done. Oh, extra life. Now let's keep it by taking out these enemies as quickly as we can. Yes, that'll do it. There should be one more ninja up here waiting for us, and another nasty girl with the whip. And that doesn't sound very nice. Okay. Right, okay, one down. Should make the remaining one a bit easier. Oh, come on now. Okay, she's down. We're gonna need health immediately here. Thankfully there is a chicken in there. Uh-oh. You see what the enemies are doing here. There's a very concerted effort to try and trap in between two of them. So you've got to just use your dragon punch sparingly to get out of that. And he's down. We move on. Next area. This is the point of the game that we will start losing lives fairly rapidly because the enemy onslaught gets pretty merciless from here out. Only 2 more levels to go until the boss though. Okay, last section before the boss. One more of those should do it. There we go. And we get an extra life as well. Lovely. And here comes the boss. A couple of robots here. Now what you want to do is focus on one of them and just keep knocking them out. So we'll go with the silver one because that's a slightly weaker one. So focus all your effort on defeating the silver one as quickly as you can. Nearly there. Come on. Right. Almost got him. Alright. Yeah, watch out for the lasers. And if you do grab them, don't hold on to them for too long because they have an electrostatic shock field that they can use to just zap you if you hold on for too long. But once you're down to just one of them, it's fairly simple. He said as he got smacked in the face twice. Job done. On to the final level. We got another one of those robots to take care of immediately, but this one energy bar is mercifully small. Actually, that wee guy with a knife is causing me more trouble, so there you go. There we go. Cost me a bit of health, but it's worth it just to get him out of the way quickly. Now we've got a elevator area and a boss rush. We're going to fight 4 different bosses here on the way up. Here's our first one. Sorry, 3 different bosses actually. I think, yeah. Pretty simple, really. And he's down. Moving on. There's our next one. So this guy's actually a bit easier this time around because you're fighting him in a much smaller area. You know, so much of his combat is based on movement. If he doesn't have the freedom to move around a lot, he's actually a bit easier to grab and punch. He'll still damage you though, as you can see. close to losing our first continue here, but it's alright. We are almost at the last boss. And he's down. Just one more now. Oh dear. Right, Axel's back in. Not taking any prisoners today. We've almost got him. I say almost. A little bit more to go. We've got him into a little routine here. One more. And he's down. Right, so there's Mr. X, but before we fight him we've got a few other enemies to get through. So now we get Shiva, who is Mr. X's bodyguard. Yeah, whenever Shiva grabs you, just use the dragon punch as an escape. Like so. There we go, Shiva's down. Now it's the big man himself, Mr. X. Almost got him. Ah, right, one more. There we go. He's dead. We got him. And we got an extra life as well. Lovely. Yep, Mr. X is not getting up from that. And we're clear. So the ending is the same regardless which character you beat it with, but it's nice to watch anyway. Yeah, Axel is, it's funny because Axel is the kind of the poster boy of the series. He's the one that's been in every game, but I don't actually think he's that good a character to use. He doesn't really have any great strength. You know, you've got your speed characters in Blaze and Skate, you've got your power characters in Max and Adam, but yeah, Axel just kind of falls into mediocrity, but I guess maybe he's the most photogenic of the characters, which is why he's always front and centre, I don't know. A lot of Japanese games that are set in America do tend to kind of fetishise the whole sort of blonde or all-American boy sort of stereotype, so Axel fits that. But this is still a great game, one of the all-time great games, let's be honest. And every time I play through it, it is just a joy. And we've still got one more to do. We still have to do Skate in order to get all the videos done for the channel. So we'll do that in a while. Maybe a week or two from now, we'll see. This really was the peak of the old series, because Streets of Rage 3 wasn't quite as good as the others, I felt. Oh, 410 kills, I'll take that. Alright. So, that was Streets of Rage 2, Axel. Hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel, Tartan Samurai Gaming. We upload retro gaming content pretty much every day. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.